Today we're going to start in Shavasana. So come to your back when you're ready and feel free to take your time as you find a comfortable position. This might be your first time lying on the floor today. I know it's my first time. You can always keep the knees bent or send them long. You might rock the knees side to side a few times, or tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. We'll only be here for a few minutes, so when you find a place that feels comfortable, take a deep inhale through the nose, not full to bursting, but full enough. And as you exhale, let it go. Let the bones melt into the floor. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath, maybe an open mouth sigh. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let the lips touch. Breathe in and out through the nose. Notice if there are any places in the body where you could relax a little more. Maybe in the rib cage or the shoulders. Maybe in the jaw or the wrists. We'll start here with a pranayama technique called samavriti. Vriti means whirlings, equal length breaths. So we'll count to 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale, but if the counting is too fast or slow, don't worry about it. Just let your inhales and exhales be of equal length. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. Then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take 2 more rounds. Again, not filling to bursting. Filling so you're full enough. And after you've taken 2, maybe 3 rounds on your own, let go of the breath control. Maybe tune into that ujjayi breath. Start to invite some small movements into the fingers and toes, the wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, pull both knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Maybe rock side to side a few times. And when you're ready, rock forwards and back on the spine. We'll all meet in a child's pose, but there's no rush to get there. Rest the forehead on the floor or some blocks. Maybe you stack fists instead. Let the knees open a little wider than usual. Option to stay here with the arms reaching forwards or bring the palms to touch. And then bend the elbows so that the thumbs come towards the back of the neck. Deep breath into the backs of the lungs. Deep breath out, let it go. One more like that. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to come to hands and knees, tabletop. And take a few rounds of cat-cow, moving at your own pace. Inhale to arch through the spine. And exhale to curl. 5 or 6 times here. Can you equal out the length of the inhales and the exhales? Pressing through the full circumference of the palm. Articulating the spine. When you're ready, after your next exhale, come back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, lift the knees just an inch off the floor. Imagine you could split the mat between the hands and the feet. Deep breath in, draw the navel in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let the hips pull you back. Feel free to take any little ritual movements here, maybe pedaling out the feet or lifting a leg. Deep breath in, starting to make your way to stillness when you've evened out both sides. Deep exhale, let it go. Inhale, shift forwards to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let the front body pull you forward as you inhale to plank. Let the back body pull you back, down dog. One more time, inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, shift back. This time, inhale to come forwards. And as you exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Baby cobra. Press the tops of the feet down and inhale to lift the front chest off the earth. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Squeeze the elbows back. Exhale to lower. Traction the hands back so it feels like you're pressing the body forwards. Inhaling to lift. And exhaling to lower. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Inhale, press up to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out. Inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, prepare. Exhale, step the feet forwards, forward fold. Few breaths here, feet right under the hips. Maybe rock forwards and back, side to side, holding opposite elbows if that feels good. A lot of different options here. Press more weight forwards into the balls of the feet. Then press the heels down and lift the hips up. Let the crown melt towards the floor. If you're holding elbows or taking any arm variation, use your exhale to release the arms down to the floor. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, keeping the weight forwards in the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. One more time, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, Tadasana. Arms reach down towards the sides. Roll the shoulders up and back. Maybe take a circle with the neck. Feel your feet rooting down into the mat. And let your next exhale be deep and complete. As you inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. As you exhale, little back bend, draw the navel in and press the hips forwards as you cactus the arms out to the sides. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, cactus the arms, lean back, hips press forwards. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Reach the left arm forwards and the right arm behind you. Can you keep the hips square? Inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Can you keep the hips forwards? Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Surya Namaskar A. Feel free to adjust or add on. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, take a back bend of your choice. Maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. Maybe take baby cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe child's pose or puppy dog instead. Let the head and neck go wherever you are. Press into the inner hands. You might even spin the hands open slightly so that the pointer finger faces forwards rather than the middle finger. Deepen the breath, filling up the backs of the ribs, the sides of the ribs. One more deep breath. Let your exhale be deep and complete. Use the inhale to step the feet forwards, halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, meet me in chaturanga or plank. Flex through the feet. Then inhale to flip the feet and take a back bend. Exhale, flip the feet again, inversion. These sun salutations are meant to be a moving meditation. You should find a balance between effort and ease. Follow your breath. One final breath here. Use the inhale to step the feet forwards, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, draw the navel in. Inhale, come to stand, arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway, reach the crown forward, shoulders back. Exhale, plant the hands, go through vinyasa, meeting knee in downward facing dog. You can always skip vinyasas or add to them. They're just there to build heat, reset the spine. Totally optional. Splitting the mat between the hands and the feet. Can you shift more weight into the feet, flexing the foot? Use your next inhale to step the feet forward, forward fold. Exhale here. Bring the hands behind the back. As you inhale, try to reach the hands away from the hips. As you exhale, start to forward fold. Uttanasana with what we call C arms. The hands don't have to come very far away from the back. Can you try to keep the wrists closer together to protect the wrists? Knees can bend here, totally fine. Keep the weight pressing forwards in the feet as you press the heels down and lift the hips slightly. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release the arms down to the floor. Feet are hips distance apart. Bring the right hand down, maybe just to fingertips. Bend into the right knee. Straighten the left leg a little more. As you inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a twist. Lean that left shoulder open. One more breath in. Exhale, re-bend the knees. Bring the left hand down. Start to straighten that right leg a little or a lot. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Lean that right shoulder open. Draw the navel in. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, optional vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg a little or a lot. As you exhale, bring the knee to the nose, let it hover, shifting the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale to reach it back up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to left elbow, twist. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Back knee could come down. Feet are about hips width apart. Squeeze the thighs together. Look forwards for balance. Then inhale to lift up, Anjaneyasana. Maybe test your balance, gazing between the hands. Relax the shoulders. Imagine you're holding a beach ball above the head. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Really pull that right hip back, left hip forwards. As you inhale, reach through the arms. As you exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend, and then let that back knee hover off the floor. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale to lift. Exhale to bend. Inhale to lift. This time, take a twist. The left hand comes down, either inside or outside the right foot. Draw the navel in. Maybe bring the right thumb to the sternum or the right hand to the hip. You could try to reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Lean the right heart space open. Trying to spin the left rib cage up towards the ceiling. Press the left thigh up. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Lower the back heel, warrior 2 feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale to straighten the right leg. And exhale to bend. Inhale again, straighten, gazing over the right fingertips. Exhale to bend. Square the shoulders towards the long edge of the mat. Hold here in this bent knee. Inhale to reach the right arm forwards. Exhale, lower the right elbow towards the thigh. Lift the left arm up towards the ceiling. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Option to stay here. Option to turn the left hand to face forwards and then reach it in line with the ear. Drop that right shoulder away from the ear. Bend a little deeper into that right knee. Gazing towards the left hand, as long as that feels okay with the neck. Deep breath in. As you exhale, hands frame the front foot, lizard. So walk the feet a little bit wider. Maybe bring the back knee down. Bring the hands inside the right foot. And press the hips forwards. Try to keep that right knee in line with the ankle. You might come down onto the elbows. You might find a king variation here, keeping the left hand down. You'll reach back with the right hand and then bend the back knee and see if you can hold on to the back foot. That right knee likes to spill open. Can you keep it pulled in? Deep breath in. Deep breath out, slowly releasing out of the pose. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Optional vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. Sides will be different. No expectations for this next side. Let your exhale be deep and complete. Use the inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step it through. Again, back knee can come down. Squeeze the thighs, look forwards. Inhale to lift up, Anjaneyasana. Find your balance here. Again, sides will be different. Squeeze the thighs together, right hip pulls forwards. Left knee bends, relax the shoulders, maybe tip your gaze up. Inhale, reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, cactus the arms, hover the back knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hover. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Take your twist. Again, maybe right hand comes inside or outside the left foot. Find a good place for the left hand. Lift that back thigh up towards the ceiling.
Your next exhale, hands frame the front foot, setting up for warrior two. Back heel comes down. Inhale, windmill the arms. Next inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Holding here. Inhale, lengthen through that left side as you reach. Exhale, lower the elbow, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Maybe send it in line with the ear. Bending a little deeper into that left knee, relax the left shoulder. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands frame the front foot, lizard pose. Lift the back toes, maybe bring the back knee down. Widen the stance here. Hands come inside the foot. Press the hips forwards. Find any variation that worked for you on the last side. It might work on this side. It might not. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Releasing any binds you have. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Again, optional vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. Lengthening out that exhale. Use your inhale to move the feet forward, halfway lift, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up, lift up. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Okay, we'll find tree pose. We haven't done this exercise in a while. So oftentimes when we take tree pose, we open the knee and then we have to kind of like reach down, and we like this integrity of the spine comes out of balance. And so it's really easy to lose our balance if we're trying to like wiggle into tree. So there's another option here, which might be a little bit trickier. I tend to do it this way, where my hands are on my hips and I'm lifting the leg forwards, flexing the foot, maybe pointing the foot. And I try to find the balance in my standing leg. Right now, that's my left foot. It might be your right foot. That's okay. So the standing leg, I'm going to do a little like Irish dance thing. You're basically going to come forwards, out to the side, and then try to kick your thigh in front of your thigh, really. So forwards, side, kick. Forwards, side, kick. Da-da-da, Maybe one more time. And the next time you kick, keeping the integrity of the spine, the next time you kick, maybe you grab the foot. Yeah, with the momentum of the kick. Nice. Okay, now that you have the foot, you can keep the integrity of the spine and try to bring the sole of the foot inside the leg. Theoretically, you might feel a little bit more stable in the spine coming into it this way. Maybe not. Wherever you are, maybe thumbs to sternum, maybe hands to hips, widen through the collarbones. And try to think this before you do it, because it tends to throw people off. Can you press that bent knee away and down? Press the standing foot into the floor. Reach the crown a little taller. Maybe reach the arms overhead. Tree pose. I love this pose. The Sanskrit is Utthita or Ardha, maybe. Vrksasana, upside down. No, this is Vrksasana, and handstand is Utthita Parsvakonasana. Handstand is upside down tree. Whatever, deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the arms, help the foot down. Shake out the legs if you need to. Sides will be different. We'll take the other side. This is my right foot down. It might be your left foot. But again, start with that standing balance in the standing leg. So just keeping that front leg lifted, toes could be pointed or flexed, doesn't matter. Trying to find the balance in the hips. Is there a hip that's higher than the other? Can you keep them in line? And when you're ready, forwards, side, kick. Keeping the hands in one place. Keeping the integrity of the spine. This side might be different. And when you feel ready, catch the foot. Help it inside. And find your arm variation. In these balance poses, we can feel that air element very viscerally because the movement of the body is very, is like a direct correlation to movements happening outside the body. Whether that's sort of metaphorical, a conversation that we had, whether that's which side you woke up on the bed today. Notice that subtle movement, that subtle correction that you're always doing in that standing foot. And again, press the legs down and away. Reach the crown a little taller. 2 more breaths. Use your next exhale to unwind. Bring the legs wide. Feet are parallel. Hands behind the back, clasp hands the awkward direction. Other thumb on top. As you inhale, little back bend, elbows back, press the hands down. As you exhale, start to hinge forward, forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana C. The arms are just a flourish here. Does not matter where the arms land. You could bend the knees, especially if the hamstrings are tight. Press equal weight into all 4 corners of the feet. Lift the hips up. Draw the navel in. 1 more deep breath. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor in front of the face. Inhale to find a long spine, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Maybe you walk the hands back a little bit more. Let the head and neck go. Looking for a 90-degree angle in the wrists. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to hips, bend the knees. And inhale, come all the way to stand. Top of the mat, feet together. Next inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, optional Bakasana. You have about 10 breaths to play in crow pose if you like. If you're new to crow pose, I like to use a block under the feet to help lift the hips up. But I'll bring my big toes together, plant my hands, bending the knees as much as I need. Then I'll open my knees out to the side and try to bring the knees into the armpits, really outside the armpits. Elbows will try to stack over the wrists as I lean forwards, look forwards, chaturanga arms, lift the hips up. Maybe one foot lifts, maybe both feet lift. Doesn't matter where you are today. Can you maintain your breath? If you're close, use your finger pads and use the gaze forwards to help. If you're looking down, you fall down. If you're looking forwards, you stay up. When you're over it, take a vinyasa or just skip to downward facing dog. Last down dog of class. Notice what the room looks like upside down. Notice how you feel upside down. And then lower the knees when you're ready. We'll play with camel pose. So bring the knees hips distance, maybe giving them some cushion. Come to stand on the knees. Option one is adding a little twist. I don't usually like to teach this with a twist because integrity of the spine. But if you want to work on the twist, you'll keep the hips low and hold on to your left ankle. My toes are tucked here. Hold on to my left ankle, reach my right arm forward. And I'm going to make a circle. I'm going to do like a clockwise circle with my right hand. As I inhale, I'll do that clockwise circle as I reach my hips forwards and up. Then as I exhale, I'll lower the hips and redraw that half circle, reaching for my right ankle. Then I'll inhale and do the opposite with the left arm, pressing the hips forwards, then leaning back. Exhale to come forwards, lowering the hips, reaching for the left ankle. So this is a twisty variation. Might feel good if you don't like to hold this pose for very long, but you want to work on the back bend. If this is very accessible for you and you want to go a little further, you can always untuck the toes so that it's a little bit 1 inch deeper back bend. If you'd like to play with camel by itself, feet could be tucked or down, just depending on how you're feeling today. Thumbs to sternum and keep sending the tailbone down towards the backs of the knees. As you inhale, lift the sternum into the thumbs. Exhale, press the hips forwards. Inhale, lift into the thumbs. Exhale, press the hips forwards. That's the back bend that you're doing. One more time. When you feel you've found a place, you're not going to go any further, reach both arms back at the same time. Then lean back until you can reach for the heels. Try not to twist. Just lean back and find both at one time. Then press the hips forwards, lift the sternum up. Maybe let the head and neck go as long as that feels okay. If that does not feel okay, gently come out. The way to come out of this pose is with effort. So you'll draw the navel in, use the strength of the legs and the spine. As you inhale, you'll press up, bringing the sternum and the thumbs back together. Then lower the hips. Take a moment to reset. Those back bends can be pretty stimulating. Deep breaths. When you're ready, start to make your way towards Sphinx pose. Elbows come down, wrists are in line with the elbows. Forearms pressing down into the floor, tops of the feet pressing down. Can you traction the elbows back so that the spine pulls through the chest? Press the tops of the thighs down so that the tailbone tucks a little more. Maybe you lean the right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe you lift the chin a little bit. Maybe you roll the chin down and then the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Maybe up a little bit. And then roll the chin back down. Bring the head up to center. We'll find a supine twist from here. Lift the left elbow and snake the right arm underneath. Come onto the outside of the right shoulder. Then bend the left knee. Bring the left hand to the hip. Start to open up into supine twist, bringing that left arm down into a T shape or any position that feels good. Either gaze towards the right hand for a little neck stretch or the left hand for the full twist. Notice your breath here. Maybe count to 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale. When you're ready, bring the left hand towards the right arm. Start to unwind, coming back to your belly onto a Sphinx pose. Tailbone tucks, heart presses forwards, elbows pull back. Use your next inhale to lift the right elbow, snake the left arm underneath. Come onto the outside of the left arm, and then bend the right knee so it touches the floor. Start to open that right arm out to the side. Maybe it stops for a break on the hip. Maybe you open it to a T. Press that right hip away from the face and find a direction for your gaze. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale, roll onto your back. Reset the hips. Bend the knees. Bring the heels close to the hips, setting up for bridge pose. Hold on to the outside edges of the mat. Tuck the shoulders underneath you. Tailbone tucks. As you inhale, press into the heels and lift the hips up. Bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Can you split the mat between the heels and the shoulder blades? This is a variation on shoulder stand. So put the weight in the shoulders rather than the back of the head and the neck. Can you relax the neck a little more and use the strength of the legs to lift the hips, keeping the knees in line with the hips? One more deep inhale. As you exhale, lower the hips. Take 2 more rounds on your own, adding any arm variations that feel good for you. If you're looking for a more restorative version, you can bring a block or a rolled up blanket or a pillow under the low back at the sacrum where the low back meets the hips. If you're over this, you can always just keep the hips down, bring the feet wide and the knees together. Take 3 or 4 breaths for each round. Should be finishing up your second round now. Moving on to your third when you feel ready. Can you allow the breath to be even longer and slower? Notice I'm not talking about breathing more air, just allowing it to be longer, more intentional. Finishing up your third round. We'll meet on our backs with the knees bent. From here, if there are any final poses you like to take for your practice to feel more complete, maybe a happy baby, feel free to take those now. You could just pull the knees into the chest and rock side to side a few times. You have about 1 minute, so if anything else would feel good, you could take it now. You might have a regular headstand practice as part of your cooling down part of your practice. You might be ready for a long shavasana. If that's you, feel free to make your way there at any point. If you're working on an asymmetrical pose, start to switch to the other side. And when you've evened out both sides and you're feeling ready, start to make your way towards shavasana. Knowing that just like every other pose, shavasana can look different day to day. Find a position where you can rest for a few minutes. Maybe sigh out your next breath and release the jaw. Notice the temperature on the skin. The temperature of the breath at the nostrils. Give yourself a small gift here of just doing nothing for a few minutes. Trust that anything that comes up in your mind, you will remember later. For the next few minutes, relax, release, and let go. Shavasana.
bring your attention to the sound farthest away from you that you could still hear. Without naming it or qualifying it, just listen. Listen to something a little closer to you, in the same room, maybe something you can hear from your own body. Let the breath deepen gradually. And slowly start to make your way up to a comfortable seat. We'll count the breath one more time. This time an inhale for 4 and an exhale for 6. If that's too long, don't worry. Just breathe at your own pace. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. Keep the spine long, the chest lifted. Then inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your normal breath. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice, its lineage, and all its benefits. Thank you so much for coming. Such an honor to share this.